Hey guys, it's Cash, and today it is January 25th. It's a Monday. It's like 2:45 in the afternoon, and this is going to be my 8 months on testosterone update video for you guys. I am actually 8 months and 11 days on testosterone. I was in New York at the time. My 8 month video was like supposed to be recorded, I guess, but I wasn't able to step away from working with Transcendence Icon Company and get that filmed for you. I have like upload or like a list for my update, but I guess like it's kind of just like random. So start with physical updates for my head. I have noticed that my hairline has receded a lot. It's just like changed. I just see it becoming more like edged off and straighter instead of just being like kind of fluffy around the edges, I guess you could say. So I've gotten like a farther gap between my eyebrows and like my hair up here, but the hair here starts to try and connect. So I keep my eyebrows plucked myself so that I don't have jungles, because after starting testosterone, my eyebrows got like super thick. My head has widened out, and it's always been like kind of long, so it's nice that it's gotten more of like a gain here and not so much here, because I felt like that made me look a lot more feminine. My nose, I feel like, has came down farther. I feel like it used to point up a little more, and even looking in pictures, I've noticed that. And just my voice has definitely dropped quite a bit in 8 months. I noticed that every time my voice is going to drop, I get like cramps right here really bad. And then afterwards I can like talk in a really, really deep voice. So this is my normal voice, but I can pull my voice down and like try and talk a lot deeper. So I noticed that my Adam's apples definitely came in, and it's like split and opened right here. Like I felt like other guys' Adam's apple, and it's like an open like gap or like a dip, and mine never used to be like that, but now it is. So that's cool. I can definitely, people are noticing it a lot more, and people are just telling me that I look a lot more masculine, and then they can see the changes more apparent to them than I was assuming that they were like 4 months ago. So yeah, my upper body, my chest is definitely widened out. Like I feel like I stand a lot taller now, and that has to do with just having more confidence within myself, and just that testosterone is like men usually just have wider shoulders, and so mine have definitely broadened out. I've gained a lot more muscle up here in my pecs and my shoulders. They've just have a more round shape and then more definition to them. I have been working out more and eating a little bit better. I was snacking on a little bit of chocolate here, but I have definitely just seen a difference within treating my body better and giving more effort into what I want to look like. So I've gotten a lot more body hair, definitely. I feel like I'm starting to get a lot more hair on like my sides and like my side of my chest. My armpits are like 3-4 inches long. I keep them trimmed, but I haven't trimmed them in a couple months, so I need to do that. I've gotten more hair on my shoulders, and I really don't know about my back because I really just can't see it. So I know that my hips and my waist have evened out, and they've gotten more straight. Along with my back, it's not as round anymore. I definitely am seeing more of like a muscle definition in my lower back in pictures, so that makes me kind of happy. I personally, when I started testosterone, I think any dysphoria I had was like hip dysphoria. Like I felt really feminine because I felt like I had an hourglass figure, and so it really irritated me. And when I was in New York, my manager, he had me put on this tighter shirt, and I felt like personally I looked super feminine, and I didn't like it at all. So I really just wanted to put that jacket on, get the pictures taken, and be done with it. And like me personally, it was just because I had dealt with that for so long that I didn't want to feel that way anymore. I was just like, oh, I really want to take this off. Like I don't like wearing this. But because I had felt that way for so long, I had kind of like pinned that in my brain that that was how it looked like and how it was constantly going to look like. And so after we got done taking the pictures and he showed me them, I went into the bathroom to get back changed into my my outfit, and I just looked at myself in the mirror and I was just like, wow, I actually don't look like that anymore, and I didn't actually see or feel that dysphoria anymore. It was kind of like just vanished in front of me, because I noticed that my body is actually a lot straighter, and I don't feel that way anymore. It was just the fact that it was so tight to my sides that my mind was playing that trick on me that I still look like that. And when I actually went and saw myself in the mirror, I didn't, and that was really comforting, because that was just like the one thing that I had dysphoria about was my hips. I never really had chest or bottom dysphoria. I've just always had that hip dysphoria, and it's, you know, going away a lot more recently than it had been. So yeah, my legs are definitely a lot hairier. My thighs are starting to gain that hair, and my knees are starting to get a lot longer and thicker. Like my ankles like got super hairy, and then like up here started to get pretty hairy and thicker, but now it's actually starting to get as long as this stuff down here. And I've just noticed more of a muscle definition. It's probably some water weight from the tea, but I have been working out, so I've noticed that they're more just toned and defined than they were before. I kind of lost my muscle definition after I stopped playing soccer for about a year and a half, and that kind of took a toll on me. So I gained a little bit of weight, not like... Yeah, I gained a little bit of weight after like 8 months of not playing soccer, and then I kind of toned it up a little bit again, so I was like 145, and then pre-testosterone, right before I started testosterone, is in the 130s, and I've just now been able to hit back up to the 140s, and gained that weight a little bit more, but it's been with more muscle, so that's been nice. Yeah, and really the last couple things about my body is I've just noticed that my veins are more apparent to me just when I'm just hanging out. My scent is a little different. Like definitely my BO, just my body scent, it's definitely changed. It's a lot more like, I don't know, it's a lot more BO-ish. And I'm definitely, my face is more oily. Like that's really the only place I find that I'm getting like super oily at is my face. Like I'm not really having any acne problems, other than the fact that I had the rash on my back, which I got stuff for, and that's been slightly going away, but it kind of takes a little while. So it was just like, it's just called tinea versicolor. It's just like a little skin discoloration. So it's nothing crazy gross or anything. It's just like a little red, circles. And yeah, other than that, physically, I'm just feeling really good about myself. So there's not much more there. Mental changes, though, have been pretty freaking drastic. I pass really easily, so I don't really have to worry about anything like that. I guess, though, when I first started my transition, whenever I was called a she, it would piss me off. Like, it would just immediately make me super mad. And I would kind of, get shy and embarrassed. One sec. But upon my transition, whenever I got called a he after coming out, I would be taken back for a sec. Like, it was not like that's wrong, but it was more like, oh, I'm actually being called what I want to be called. And so it was like a really unfamiliar term to me, and at first I was like, this is weird, but then I got more comfortable with it, and so now anytime I hear she, I'm just like, what? Like, no. So I can blend in, I can live pretty much stealth. Like, I try and live stealth to a certain degree. Me personally, I'm not ashamed of where I came from, but I just don't want to be reminded of it. I kind of just want to keep it in the past. You know, that's not me anymore. That was just what I was given for me to handle with on my own, and so I don't want to be reminded of it. So I kind of try and live stealth for the most part, but I have no problem being outed as a trans male because I do want to be of support. But there are some situations where, You know, if I get called a male, I will, you know, with people I don't know, I will not just go out of my way to say, yeah, I'm a trans male, though. Like, I just blend in as male. So it kind of just depends on the situation that I'm in. Will I say that I am trans or not trans? Because I don't really necessarily want to be labeled as a trans guy. Like, I don't mind it, but I'm not also trying to be, you know, stereotyped by any means. So, yeah, I definitely pre-testosterone though didn't like to be by myself. Like, I just didn't like myself, and I really realized that I was running from the person that I was not. Like, I was trying to get away from that person that I was pre-T, and so I was constantly around people. I had to be doing something. I had to be on something. Like, I couldn't be me. Like, I couldn't really stay here in my own house. I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to do any of those things. I just wanted to be running away from that. And now have starting testosterone, I've really realized that I like myself. I appreciate who I am. I love being alone. I love spending time with myself. I really don't mind not always being social. Like, I'm a people person. I love to be around people. I love to be social. I like being not necessarily the center of attention, but I like to bring joy to other people. I like to be entertaining, you know, things like that. So I don't mind it, but I also at the same time really enjoy being by myself now, and I don't mind it at all. I don't feel it uncomfortable or make me anxious. I really just enjoy it. I can enjoy my own company as much as I can enjoy 10 other people's. So that doesn't really matter. And the last thing about, like, my emotions, I get mood swings, but they're more like happy, pissed off, happy, pissed off. Like, I get sad, I get those depression periods because I am currently going through a testosterone withdrawal, where I just feel like I'm not getting enough for myself. I feel like I'm taking it in more, I'm taking it in quicker than I can give it to myself. So that's kind of frustrating me. But I don't cry. I don't get that sad. Like, I get, like, depressed where I'm just, like, numb. I don't want to do anything. I just kind of sit there and chill out. So it's really weird. I just get, like, pissy. I just get mad. I just get irritable. And then when I find myself doing that, I now know how to take myself out of the situation, step back and say, okay, Cash, there's no reason for this right now. Just breathe. Or, like, if they're being ridiculous and I can't change that view, you know, I'm just going to be like, you know what, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. Like, there's just no need to continue on this. We're going to go in circles. It's going to be an argument. I'm going to avoid it. Bye. You know, kind of thing. Like, I've definitely learned a lot better, you know, ways to diffuse a situation. I can't give you a perfect representation right now because there's no situation I can bring to mind. But in general, I have learned a lot better ways to deal with that. And so I'm not making an ass out of myself. So, yeah. I will be uploading this video for you guys right now. Hopefully this one works for you guys since I am doing it on my camera now. My phone just hates me, doesn't do storage well. I need to see if I can get that upgraded. So, appreciate you guys all staying tuned and watching my videos. I love you guys all, and I appreciate all the support. There will be more videos coming. My free time will be here in not too long, and I will be making a video on Transcendence Icon Company, which I am a part of, giving you guys a little bit more of a background and some stuff on that. So keep your eyes peeled for those, and I will be updating you guys very soon. Alright, much love. Have a great day. Bye.